So the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X will be coming soon to the stores and online. And I'm so excited, and I know you guys are too. But before you head out to the store or pick yours up online, we gotta definitely talk about the different features and the different and the similarities of the two systems. Well, there's really no similarities, but there's a lot of differences, but a lot of things you should definitely consider. So stay tuned to watch this video, and we're gonna break down those differences together. Hey guys, this is Darren with Everyman Tech, your one-stop shop for high quality tech reviews and tech how-to videos. And yes, these couple of months are going to be crazy with the release of the Xbox Series X and now the newly debuted Xbox Series S and the PlayStation 5. Even though they haven't yet to release their date, I'm sure it's going to come out pretty soon after Xbox Series X. Of course, you know, the war is going to go on and on. So follow me as we go through the pricing options, the design, tech specs, and accessories that these two systems will be unveiling. So stay tuned. Let's start with the price and options, and we're going to go with the PS5. So as of September 2020, which is the taping of this video, we have not got a price from Sony yet. They have not released anything. All we do know is the fact that they're going to have a digital version and they're going to have a regular version that accepts physical hard disks. And the only color option is white. Maybe a black will be coming out soon after, maybe a couple months, maybe a couple weeks, or maybe at the same time at the last minute when they finally release their release date. It's anyone's guess at this point. But as of right now, we only know it's going to be one, white, and two, they're going to have two options: the all digital version and the hard disk version as well. So something to look out for. But the price is anybody's guess, and based off of what Xbox just released and based off maybe older pricing, it's definitely going to be, I'd say, competitive. But I'm going to say it's going to be an estimate about $500 to $700, which would be a safe price range, because anything other than that will definitely not be a good business deal for Sony, especially compared to what Xbox just put out with their Xbox Series X consoles coming out at $499, and the newly debuted version of the Xbox Series S, the smaller version, which starts at a reasonably price of $299. Yeah, so that's definitely great, and it's also good to know that it will be out way before Christmas, so you can get both of those systems as soon as November 10th when they first hit the shelf. But you can also pre-order yours today. Not today, but you can pre-order as of September 22nd of this month very soon. So you can definitely get yours pre-ordered. And again, we'll still wait for Sony. So Xbox and Microsoft, they got their game together. So we'll just wait. Does anybody get to see what Sony's going to do? So it's going to be pretty interesting to watch. But just to recap, for the pricing options of the Xbox Series S is $299, and the Xbox Series X version is $499, and PlayStation 5 for the digital or the non-digital version, it's anybody's guess. They haven't yet to release anything, so hopefully Sony will definitely be coming up with something soon, because Xbox and Microsoft is ready to go. So we guess we just have to wait and see about that. We're going to talk about the design, and again, we're going to start with PS5. Now, PS5 definitely pushed the envelope with their design, as they're going away from the regular boxy our design scheme that they always was going out with since from the PS1 days, to an actually futuristic vertical tower build. And I'm kind of upset about that, only reason because I'm so used to putting mine sideways, but now this one has to be definitely vertical. So I mean, it's definitely the design is awesome, and just the architecture and how it looks. But you know, it's going to be kind of different, because now you have to find somewhere on top of a table, on top of your desk, your dresser, home theater console, wherever you have it. You got to find somewhere to put it. You know, because it was great when you can lay it down on the side, like you can put it under stuff, underneath your drawer. If you have a home theater, like I said, I got we have cabinets. I had it inside a cabinet and open it up, just tuck it away. But now with the design gonna have to find somewhere else to put it. It might be a challenge for everybody else like it is for me, but for a system as good as the design looks and how futuristic it looks, I'll definitely find a place for it. But the design is definitely not by accident, so I'm sure it's going to pack a lot of serious power behind it. The Xbox Series X has stayed true to its rectangular square design, but has upped it a notch with a more compact but tall square design that features the Xbox green LED at the top. Now, PS5 has their LED nicely placed on the front of the console where it goes down like a waterfall in two lines. So it almost reminds me of the Tron costumes in the movie Tron. If anybody haven't seen Tron, you need to see it. I mean, if that wasn't ray tracing and RGB and great lighting display, I don't know what other movie has done better than that. But yeah, that's what the PS5 scheme looks like to me as far as their light, their blue LED light for the power on and off button. Xbox now is going to be introducing the Xbox Velocity architecture. That's right, Xbox Velocity architecture. And that was mainly the main concept of how they came up with their design in the first place, because all of those things that I just mentioned all evolved around the Xbox Velocity architecture. And for those that know, the Xbox Velocity architecture unleashes speeds and performance through the combination of hardware, customized 1TB SSD, and CPU and software integration. So it's going to, with all those things combined, they're promising to bring the most dynamic, vivid, and action-packed realistic gameplay ever. And with all that they packed into that, I'm expecting nothing less. Right. Now for the tech specs. That's right, the good stuff. Now, what is PS5 going to bring to you? Well, let me tell you. First was all the new games coming out, and I can talk about the games all day long. But as you've seen the trailers, there's a ton of trailers out there. If you haven't seen it, just go on YouTube, you can find it. And those trailers and those games are awesome. Especially the new Spider-Man with Miles Morales. That's going to be something great to play. But why I bring up the games? Because the tech specs that they put into their both respective systems is going to be phenomenal. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's first start with the PS5. Now, the PS5 is going to feature an ultra high-speed SSD for faster load times of new PS5 games, which is sure to maximize gameplay time by a lot. And with the integrated I/O, which enables creators the ability to pull data at blazing speeds from the SSD to create near realistic games. So if anybody's into VR, well, they're pretty much saying with their new I/O technology, it's going to be across mostly all the games. So that's going to be something great to see and look out for. And what else will be interesting? What else will they be featuring out? Well, ray tracing. That's right. That's something you probably have seen or heard a lot with the launches. But yeah, ray tracing is going to be pushed hard. Well, that's for both systems. But right now we're going to stick to the PS5. And for those who don't know what ray tracing is, it's where rays of light are individually simulated, which creates real looking shadows and reflections in support of some PS5 games. So what that means is a lot of those games where you have like dark, the shadows, everything's going to be, those shadows are going to be graphic and they're going to be vivid and they're going to look almost as real as possible. So ray tracing is something that definitely brings that to life. And of course, it's going to be it's going to be supporting 4K TV, because what gaming console would it be without it supporting 4K? Because everybody's pretty much into 4K, or at least they should be. And also, with the installed AMD custom RDNA 2.0 graphics card, you will enjoy 120 frames per second with 120 Hz output to any 4K display for smooth and fluid gameplay. And also, for those who have HDR, this system will be HDR technology supported. So across on all your HDR TVs, so you'll get that full 1080p HD quality across the board. Even if ones who don't have 4K, your 1080p will look crisp and great and your gameplay will not miss a beat at all. And for those futuristic 8K guys out there who really wants to level up, that's right. This system even supports 8K output for those who have the 4320p resolution displays. So talk about intense resolution. And I don't have an 8K TV, but I will be getting one soon. And for those who have it, you can just imagine what the PS5 games are going to look like once you play it on with that system. And now let's go to the other side, the Xbox Series X. That's right. The Series X is going to be packing more firepower than any Xbox console ever made, and that comes straight from Microsoft. That's what they said, and it's going to be even more powerful than the Xbox One X. That's right. So, how is that? You like, because the Xbox Series X was pretty awesome, and them graphics are awesome. But that's right, the Xbox Series X is going to be even packing way more power. So, what's going to make it more powerful? Well, let's see. For starters, the Series X takes advantage of AMD's Zen 2-based CPU cores processor. So, what would that mean? With that processor, they're going to be delivering 4 times the processing power of any Xbox One ever made. That's right. And in combination with the AMD RDNA 2 GPU graphics processing unit, for those who don't know, that's going to deliver 12 T-flops of GPU performance, which is twice the power of any Xbox One and 8 times more powerful than the original Xbox console. So you're going to be getting way more CPU horsepower. On top of that, you're going to be pushing way more graphics. So you're going to get the vivid, you're going to get the speed, you're going to get the motion, and it's going to be fluid, and it's going to just be on a definite resolution level. So yeah, it's going to be that good. And what else will this thing have? Oh yeah, the variable rate shading, which is VRS. For those who don't know what that is, pretty much how they summed it up, rather than spending GPU cycles uniformly to every single pixel on the screen, now the GPU can prioritize individual effects on specific game characters or important environmental objects, resulting in a dynamic and more vivid gameplay. So your character or something that they're holding, or just a different object within the game that they want to highlight and make more attractive or appealing to you for any way, shape, or form, VRS is going to make that item or that character just pop. So you're going to be getting really dynamic, crisp gameplay, and you're going to be getting the characters and objects and everything that VRS is highlighting is just going to be amplified to a whole nother level. So yeah, with that 8K or even 1080p or the 4K, yeah, it's going to just be realistic as possible. So Xbox is really pushing the graphics and make sure you're getting the best frame rate, make sure you're getting the best, motion, characters, graphics, whatever, everything that makes gaming great. Xbox Series X is packing it all into that system and more. And like I said, and same as PS5, Xbox is doing their ray tracing as well, so of course they're not going to miss a beat with that. And their their ray tracing is what we call the hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing. Yeah, say that 5 times fast. And that is that you will get true to life lighting, accurate reflections, and realistic acoustics in the real time. And this will be the first for any Xbox system ever made. So they're jumping into ray tracing just like PS5 is. And yeah, and with that ray tracing, the same thing, the shadows, the light, everything that makes things more realistic. Yeah, ray tracing is going to take care of all of that. So you're talking about more immersed gameplay, you're getting that in this system for sure. And of course you get the fast SSD. They're all going to have SSD in the PS5 or Xbox, no matter which one you go with. You're going to get that fast storage capacity and that immediate storage and upload when you're trying to get to your game. So it's going to be no more lagging, no more waiting around like, okay, I'm waiting, come on, need to hurry up. Yep. Some saving to uploading or quick resuming your game. Yep, you're going to get it in this system along with the PS5 with the SSD. And also, 100. It's going to support 120 FPS. That's right. So, and why is this important? Because normally the games were made at 60 frames per second. Now, 60 frames per second is not bad, but you double that with 120 frames per second. So everything that's fast motion, shooting games, car driving games, anything games that require the character moving in fast motion, you actually will be getting that in real time, and it's going to be even more crisp than just the regular 60 frames per second that we all thought was amazing. So, and this will also allow the developers of the game to be able to push the envelope and even act more punch and to even make more vivid and fast-packed action games than they were ever made before. So yeah, that 120 FPS is going to be amazing. So this is like a gaming PC, but it's in a console. And now down to the accessories, right? As awesome as those game systems are, we gotta have some accessories, and PS5 and Xbox Series X definitely didn't shy away from it. Now, PS5, they're going to be introducing their new DualSense wireless controller, which haptic feedback and dynamic trigger effects. So what does that mean? That you're going to get a lot of the rumble that you got in the older DualShock controllers, but these DualSense will have that times 10, and you're going to also be getting those those triggers, so nice shooting games will be nice crisp, and with the new comforted grips they put on them, your aim's going to be a lot better, and with those triggers, you're actually going to get a lot better trigger response. So a lot of guys who play on first-person shooters out there, yeah, you're going to love this controller. I guarantee it. And they also now going to introduce a built-in microphone and a create button with more comfortable design. So yeah, that's right. This thing has a built-in microphone in it, so you'll be able to hear your games through your controller. Wow, that's crazy, right? You use your headphones, of course, but the fact you can hear it through your controller, that's pretty different. And also, they'll be introducing a new DualSense charging station, which will charge two controllers at the same time simultaneously, just like any other, controller charger that came off of either system. So they're coming out with their new version for it, specifically for the DualSense controllers. And also, they're also coming out with the Pulse 3D wireless headset. The comfortable cushion headset. They're awesome, and they're also going to be providing 3D audio on PS5 console only. And they also feature USB-C type charging and noise canceling. Xbox Series X. Well, they really didn't come out with too many accessories as of yet. But with the way PS5 is pushing theirs out, I'm sure they pretty much have a trick up their sleeve, and they're holding off until just to see when they come close to the launch day of their system. Which again, for those who just now watch this video, the launch system of Xbox Series X and Series S will be November 10th. But you can start pre-ordering as soon as September 22nd of 2020. They introduced their new the Xbox wireless controller, which comes with comforted grips, and you can actually be able to capture and share gameplay with the buttons and the configuration. And it'll actually now you can actually take your controller and can wirelessly compare it to any PC, or support a console or any mobile devices. Now you can do those with the other controllers that came out with the series with the One X, but sometimes you had to have especially for PC, you had to have that adapter, that some didn't take it, or if they didn't have an adapter built into it. But now with these, you can actually pair it with your phone, or you can pair it with any other any other device that you may have that is compatible. So you can take the controller and play wirelessly on another console, mobile phone, laptop, what have you. So talk about versatility, right? But yeah, that's primarily it. So now we got the price and the options, and just a quick recap. The price of the Xbox Series X is going for $499, and the Xbox Series S, the cheaper version, is going for $299, and those will be on sale, or for sale actually on November the 10th, but you can pre-order as soon as September 22nd of 2020. And PlayStation 5 has yet to come out with the prices of either the digital or the physical hard drive system. So we're still in limbo about that. But we also went over the design, and again, a recap of that. The design was PlayStation with an all-white, futuristic, vertical design, and Xbox Series X came out with the same design, like a little box, like you put wine bottles in almost, and it's all black with the green light on the top. And then you got the Series S, which resembles the older, actually all digital version Xbox One X that came out with the digital S that was all digital and all white. So that the new Series S looks exactly just like that one, and it has a speaker actually, and it has like an all black speaker right there on the top of it. So that's something definitely to look for. And we also went over the tech specs with those new AMD processors and GPUs. And we also went over the accessories, where PlayStation 5 Lite outlined all their accessories up front. Xbox only revealed the controller. But yeah, that's something to look out for. And again, this is going to be pretty fun. I can't wait to get my hands on both systems, and I'm sure you guys are waiting the same thing. So I hope this review helped. Hope this guys gives you something to look forward to coming these next couple of months. And yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. Hit the like button and subscribe, because definitely want to hear you guys, follow along. And as we're going to get more into the next couple of months, and this tech is going to get really crazy, I want you guys to be on that journey with me. And also comment and leave some questions. Curious to know, what system are you interested in getting? Which one appeals more to you? Are you replacing, or are you just buying a system for the first time? Definitely curious to hear your thoughts about it. And again, this is Darren with Everyman Tech, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.